Let the match begin. All right, my windows that turned blue, that means it's a new all-time high. So there goes RCKT in a screen for the TikTokers that you can't see. Let me take a look at the spread on the. All right, to get to 45. People are taking the 45s. Actually, they're taking the 50, and the spread is still about 25. Is about 35% wide on RCKT. So we're not going to take RCKT. I don't think the spread is just too wide. QuantumScape is dropping, so a lot of profit taking. I'm going to take a quick glance at the daily chart on QuantumScape to see if there's any support levels. No, there's no support. I mean, this is just up in the stratosphere other than pre-market and after hours. Yeah, it seems to be a support level every odd number, roughly every 4. 68, 64 on QuantumScape. Okay, let's go pull back over here. OMCL. So the bid and the ask has tightened on RCKT to about a 15% spread. So that's pretty good, but we know how bad it can get. So I'm still a little bit concerned. Oh, it's really tightened now, down to about 5%. There seems to be a lot of demand for the RCKT options. Oh no, the bid just dropped to 50%. Now, we're definitely not trading RCKT today. I'm going to take that completely off of our screens. That's going to be a disaster. The spread on that is way too wide. All right, QuantumScape is dropping. That's great, because then we can find a bottom. And you can see down here on the 5-minute, 4-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, we're getting some candles put in so that we can find a breakout. Let me see what the pricing is on the 60s. It's like $1,000 to get the 60 on QuantumScape, and that's what I was saying is that, you know, it might be more, but check it out. If you were to buy that, there's almost no extrinsic value. It's almost all intrinsic value. So you're not paying any volatility. You're going to only make stock price money. But if you have to trade a vertical, I understand. OMCL. We're watching. All right. I really like it when these drop right out of the gate instead of taking off right out of the gate, because then they can form that momentum bottom we're looking for. Have your orders ready. QuantumScape and OMCL. In case we need to get in. I'm watching the multiple time frames, because it doesn't matter if we get in on the 1-minute time frame. That's only going to last like 3 or 5 minutes. We want confirmation on the 5-minute, 4-minute, all the time frames there, so we can get a 30-minute or 1-hour appreciation out of it. OMCL is kind of finding its price, which is good. Looks like the options on OMCL have not started trading yet. Could that be the case? Or they're very, very light volume, I think. No one has even traded the 120, and that's like at the money. How about the 125s? One. So I think we're probably going to be playing mostly QuantumScape today. QuantumScape massive spread? Let me see. No, I'm not seeing that at all. I'm not seeing that at all, Constantine. Are you going to be trading the 60 like I recommend? You know, or you want to basically be 10 out of 10. So like on the 60s or the 70s or the 50s, and you want to be a bit in the money on that one instead of at the money. So for instance, QuantumScape right now is at 66. The 60 is still okay, but if it were to drop to like 60 before it turns around and our entry happens, you'd want to be trading the 50. And for those, I'm seeing a spread of about 10%. That's within reason, especially for a stock that goes up and down 5-10 points on a run. Yeah, no worries. It's pretty tight. Like I'm seeing 850 to 950. This is $1 out of 10, so that's a 10% spread. Below 20% is okay, especially if it's something that moves a lot, like Amazon. You know, something that moves hundreds of points in a day. It's all right. I don't think we'll be trading OMCL either. I'm checking now because it's just no one's interested, and we need demand. No one's interested. There's one option is traded, and one option is traded on the 120. Look at that drop on OMCL. Did you see that? Wow. All right, we've put in one 5-minute candle, and we're building the second 5-minute candle, and it could potentially be a bottoming tail candle, but we won't know until about minute 4 of candle number 2 on the 5-minute chart. So 9 minutes into trading, that's when we'll have a fully formed outlook, probable outlook on what the second 5-minute candle is going to look like. And that's down here for anybody who's wondering. No confirmed entry yet on QuantumScape, but boy, is it going to run when we get in. It's going to go to 80. It's going to go test 80 once it turns around. It's going to be one hell of a momentum play. Have your orders ready. Finger on the trigger. And if it goes against us, I will be telling you to get out as soon as I notice that. So there are risks in trading, guys. Remember, this is just me trading, and you can do whatever you want. I can't advise you. This is for educational purposes only. Let me check OMCL. Yeah, I think OMCL is going to be off our radar as well, and we'll just focus on QuantumScape. All right, we are approaching minute 4 out of the 5 minutes that are forming the current second 5-minute candle on the day on the 5-minute chart, and it's looking to be in an inverted hammer, you know, which is a bottoming tail candle. Oh, that would be nice if it stayed right there. And then we'd have entry almost any minute here. Could be within the next 30 seconds. The way this thing is moving. All right, that's a beautiful bottoming tail candle on the 5-minute chart. I'm getting my orders ready. I'll be trading the 60. Let's see if it can get up and over 69. That would be approximately entry. We have 20 seconds before the finishing of the 5-minute candle. Looks like it's going to pop. Ten seconds before the finishing of that candle. I would have liked for it to have stayed red. Okay, I'm entering. I'm in. I am in this trade. QuantumScape. Mike, we always choose the earliest expiration date, the nearest expiration when day trading. All right, I'm getting rid of OMCL. We don't need to watch that anymore. All right, we've got the momentum going. I'm up 5%, quarter of a grand. All right, look at it go, look at it go. We have successfully bought the dip. And now we're looking and hoping that it will break the open. I'm up 7%, half a grand. This is the highest point of risk during entry for the first 5 minutes of during entry. Woohoo! Yeah, Jared, way to go. Hopefully you got in. Okay, I'm up almost a grand, 13%. How about you guys? All right, there's a quick pullback. That's what I'm talking about. That this is the most risky time to be in. We're going to have to let it go all the way back down to perhaps 69. We'll see what the demand is on QuantumScape. Guys in a little closer here. All right, first thing you want to do is get your order ready to sell in case we have to either sell all in an emergency or sell like one contract for de-risking or taking profit. And it's okay to take profits so long as you can get back in because I will give you add-on points if we're going to be doing some adding on. All right, look at that. It's doing good. I'm up 21%, 1.2 grand. I'm going to go post my prints to the group. QuantumScape, QuantumScape, QuantumScape. All right, 1.4 grand, up 25%. So this usually happens. It'll struggle and pull back and kind of test your faith at that point where it's at the open right now. So you're welcome to take some off there if you want to. I'm okay for the moment. But you can take profits at those resistance points. All right. It's doing good. I kind of expect it to go to 80, maybe 79. All right, I'm up 2 grand, 36%. Hey, John, yeah. So you can see how it can potentially struggle like that. I don't really feel like this is the top, but you know, be ready to de-risk, to sell, to take profits, just in case we get a lot of resistance. All right, there's one of our first pullbacks. We're gonna stay through the pullback, and now it's putting in more momentum. I really think it's gonna break 75.5 in the next 2 minutes. Quite easily. But if it doesn't, that's fine. All right, we're at 74. The bids are rising. The bids are rising. Bids are rising. Really rising. Demand is increasing. 74 on the bids. Somebody's going to put in a market order. There it is. Demand is still increasing. All right, demand just dropped a little bit. So I recommend de-risking now. Let's take 20% of your trade off the table. Let's go ahead and sell one contract. Or 20% of your position, something like that. Let's take a little bit of this. Price is dropping. It's struggling in this area. Sean, how did you miss this? Really clear entry too, and right at the open. All right, I'm still up 1.6 grand, 35%. I have 4 out of 5 contracts left. I've already taken off like half a grand. Hey, you're welcome, Jared. Yeah, absolutely. That's oh, look at, there's that pop. Woohoo! Check out that pop. That just brings so much comfort to your soul. We're up 49%. I'm up 2.3 grand on even my remaining 80% position. Yeah, Jared, it's like a baseball game, right? 55%. I'm up 2.5 grand on my remaining 80% position. So let's take another few contracts off around 78. That's a psychological number that we want to get out before 80. We want to be the smartest money in the room. So around 78, we'll be taking off some more. And we are pretty much right there. So I might even take it now because, you know, these things aren't an exact science. Look at, there it goes, 77.6. The bids are not raising too high. In fact, they're falling. So I recommend selling one contract right now or another 20% of your position. Take some of these profits. I'm trying to do it really fast. Boom, let's get this. All right, I got another one out. I'm out another one, so I have 3 contracts still riding. I'm still at 50% gains. 50%. So it's looking pretty awesome. Yeah, John Cepeda, just you need to use market orders because these are momentum plays. You can't use limit orders. So you kind of don't even, we don't even really care. This is cowboy style trading. Momentum day trading is just cowboy style. It's sloppy, it's messy, and you make 10 grand, 20 grand one day. You lose a grand, 2, 3 sometimes, or take a zero off that if you want. You make, you know, $1,000, $500, and you lose $50, $150. But it's sloppy. That's the way it is. Andrew, it's sloppy, right? Momentum day trading is a sloppy game, but it's damn good when it works. I'm up 57%, 2 grand on my remaining 3 contracts, and I've already taken off a grand. So in total, I'm up 3 grand, about 60%, but I've already taken off 2 out of 5 of my contracts, about 40% of my position. And see how it's struggling up there? That's what I was talking about and why we want to take it off the table around 78. It's not really getting through 78. But the 5-minute candles are looking great, and we're just basically getting one of our first pullbacks. That's what this is. And it's, you know, the prior one lasted 3 minutes. You see it here? 3 red doji candles. That was easy. That was safe. Right now, we have a real pullback for men, you know, and women. But like for real mature person, right now we have to endure a much stronger pullback, you see. We're back to the 8 moving average on the 1-minute chart. Now, we will see if this thing just drops out underneath us or not. Get ready to sell the rest of your position, just in case it doesn't hold. But let's give it some breathing room. We're up. You know, I have the 60s. and that's why you're getting a stronger delta. Hunter, getting back in, yeah, you could potentially rebuy when it breaks these red candles if you wanted to get back in. But you're getting in at mid risk at that point, and actually this is the third leg if it runs, so that could be even high risk. I'm going to take off because it's taking abnormally long. I'm going to take off another contract here, so that'll put me out 60% of my position. And I'm basically preparing for a drop because you know, I can see about 15 to 45 seconds ahead of the market. So there, I'm out I'm out 60% of my position. I have 2 contracts left. I'm still up 47%. And I'm anticipating a drop. However, I'd be happy to be wrong. But I like to protect my capital. And I'm preparing right now in order to sell all, just in case. I always have that ready. You always want to have that ready. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting all out now. I might just let it appreciate a tiny bit and get out near the top of that. I'm watching the bids. The bids are increasing, so we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Okay, the bids are increasing. The bids are hanging around 74.80, 75, 75.22. The bids are going up. Demand is increasing. People want this. People want this stock, but you know, I think this is the max value they're willing to pay. So I'm going to get out of the rest of my contracts as soon as I see the bids soften and weaken. Thanks, Silky. All right. All right, I'm getting it all out now. All right, so that will be about 50% gain. I think I made like 2.5 grand. I'm getting all out. All right, Constantine. See, you said you needed that win. You know what I mean? That these are the wins we need. They subsidize all of our losses. That's the whole point. We need the big wins. And this wasn't even that big of a win, Constantine. That could have went to 90. That could have went to 80 to 90. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome. We picked that bottom to a T, and we picked that top to a T. It was a perfect play. 25% for you, Hunter. That might be because you picked more at the money. Which strike did you choose? Thank you, Silky. All right, just make sure you follow me. Send me some diamonds or whatever they call that thing on here. I don't know what they add up to, but thank you very much. And don't forget to check the link in my bio, and I hope to see you in our group. Today is free live day trading that we do every day, but only on Wednesdays is it free. Okay, cool. Oh, you got the 60? Oh, you got in late, Hunter. Okay. And you sold earlier. All right, well, that's all right. That's all right, Hunter. You need to maximize those gains, though. So you got to start growing the cojones to get yourself to stay in the play. Let's take a look at this a little bit on the bigger chart now. I'm going to change my screen coordination here. Put that up there. By the way, next entry, if there is one, like rebuy, would be above 75.30. Whoa, it's actually kind of coming right now. No, never mind, not 75.30, the high of the day, 77.53. So if it hits 77.53, you could rebuy in, you guys, but just realize you might only get like 1, 2, or 3 points out of it. The legs are going to be shorter now. The max gains are at the beginning of the market like that. Let's see here. I'm trying to get you guys the best view. I think that previous view might have been even better. So that's how I like to trade. I like to put in one momentum trade in the morning. Silky, asks if I'm live on TikTok every day. When can we do this again? Jared, next Wednesday. However, if you follow the link in my bio, you can just join my trading group and we do it every day. On Wednesday mornings, however, yeah, no problem, right here on TikTok. But every night I also have classes. Every night, 9 p.m. Follow the link in my bio.